sure you like and subscribe.
Arse has been known to help those with memory loss, and it's hopeful that one day it will lead to a cure for forms of dementia.
Hold on, I got you. Watch your leg. Watch your leg, Pop. Watch your leg. Hey, Pop, you remember Miss Stephanie?
Who?
The neighbor when I was growing up. Used to bring us Christmas cookies every year. Cheated on Mom with her. She had a fat ass.
Oh, why'd you just say that the first time? Oh, you talking about Miss Stephanie. Oh, yeah, no, I remember her. I remember her quite well, actually. I think her favorite color was royal blue. Yeah. She had a cousin that lived in New Jersey on the east side. Also, her phone number was 818-555-1130.
Mayhem Radio.
It never rains when I go to the strip club. I'll see you when I get there. I'm going to the strip club tonight. I can't wait till I get there. Just a kiss and squeeze and a hug. You know I won't leave a tip and they hate that. It never rains when I go to the strip club. And they tell me it never rains when I go to the strip club. I think I found some change in my jeans, and you can have it all my way. I'm making minimum wage, but I love to sit at the stage if they let me. It never rains when I go to the strip club. They tell me it never rains when I go to the strip club.
Mayhem Radio. Check out this clip.
I've done some bad things I'm not proud of, but now I need help. I need protection.
Are you ready for a life of seclusion? Overprotection? No more selfies?
Mayhem Radio.
If you are, I can provide you with a boyfriend. It's my job, and I do it well.
The boyfriend witness protection agency? Are you kidding me?
No.
I need guns, hideouts, a change of identity, not a goddamn significant other. You know what? I'll fucking take my chances.
You need to respect my business card, first off. Second, sit your racially ambiguous ass down. This day forth, it's no longer you and me, it's we. We going to the park. We going to get something to eat. We like our S's with 2 lines through them shits.
Mayhem Radio.
Yeah. Shout out to all my Space City boys. We taking over
Mayhem Radio.
Goddamn.
Pull up in a Lambo like Lando. Riding Dolo, Han Solo.
Lightsaber boy for a hater boy. If you come Chewbacca, see you later, boy.
I'm a Space City boy, city boy. I'm a Space City boy, city boy.
I'm a Space City boy, city boy. I'm a Space City boy, city boy. Pull up in that Falcon Space red eye. Give it this Billy D, Return of the Jedi. I'm a Skywalker and they like that. Lay it, throw it at me, then the Empire Strike Back. Pipe that. Pull up a $50 Chain Rico, R2D2, check my chips. Copper crystals look official, I'm a gift. Look at my stones, Attack of the Clones, can't copy this.
Like a Jedi, just caught a red eye. Gave my lightsaber, the Princess Leia. Space City boy, I'm a player boy. Let me stop playing, start rapping boy. Hop in the ship, I'm gone. Solo, leave me alone. Cloud City, my home. Yeah. Woo! Yeah, I go, I won't. Good. Bet it all up front. I should. When I'm there, I stunt. Yeah. Woo! Pull up in a Lambo like Lando. Riding Dolo. Solo.
Lightsaber boy for a hater boy. If you come Chewbacca, see you later, boy.
I'm a Space City boy, city boy. I'm a Space City boy, city boy.
I'm a Space City boy, city boy. I'm a Space City boy, city boy.
lightsaber player, I'm with Leia getting paper. These Sith player haters, only Vader imitators. But I don't claim no set, I just make more moves under 12 parsecs. Hustle whole galaxies, y'all don't think y'all next. Call me Killer Cal Riz, blaster aiming at your neck, Wookie.
Riding in that spaceship called a Lambo, yo. Billy D Smooth, me and Lando, ho. Traveling hyperdrive, cause can't catch me, yo. Burning up the streets all over Orlando, boy. Look at my doors, they go up 2 by 2. Shit, nigga, if I was you, nigga, I'll hate me too. Lightsabers chop you down 2 by 2. Like a Sith, it's the ruler too.
Pull up in a Lambo like Lando. Riding Dolo, Han Solo.
Lightsaber boy, for a hater boy. If you come Chewbacca, see you later, boy.
I'm a space city boy, city boy. I'm a space city boy, city boy.
I'm a space city boy, city boy. I'm a space city boy, city boy.
I ain't no ordinary nigga. Bitch, I ain't no rando. Space City boy, I rap, you can call me Lando. Floating through the galaxy, looking like a damn drone. Real star noir, so you're not gonna see me go though. Big boss, big spaceship, big poncho. Call me if you need me, come through, I am the honcho. Had a cousin named Lando. Rest in peace to my cuz. Cruising up to space, thought I'd stop by and say what's good.
Clone soldier, rocking uptown ones. You can tell by the drip, all I shoot is laser guns. Show my dark side every time I slide. That's why Darth Vader mad, cause his daughter's a Don. I'm in the Death Star, switching lane to lane. I'm going Jar Jar. Is that insane? I'm in my left brain. I was gonna say something about Star Wars. Listen to me. This is Lando. Thanks for having me. Oh, I didn't know you were leaving that. You're just gonna leave it there.
Put the mic down.
Now?
Yes.
This is my first. Okay. Where do you want me to put it? There's no stand. On the. That's disrespectful to put it on the ground.
Mayhem Radio.
My bad. Here you go. Here you go.
Go west,
Pull up in
go
a
west,
Lambo
go
like
west,
Lando.
go west, go west,
Riding
go
Dolo,
west, go
Han
west.
Solo.
Lightsaber boy, for a hater boy. If you come Chewbacca, see you later, boy.
It's Mayhem Hour. Comedy, conspiracies, and all that shit.
Hey y'all, I'm Melissa. I just wanted you to know that Mayhem Hour is coming up next. And so is the end of the world. Enjoy.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's ride out, people. What is good? What is good? What is good? We in the building. What is good with you? What is good with you? Look at all these people in here. There are 3 people I see in the chat right now. Bless, bless, bless my people. Bless, bless. It's going from African to slightly Jamaican. And that's how I'm feeling tonight. Afro-Jamaican. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. What's up? What's up? Y'all get in here. You already know what time it is. Welcome to Mayhem Hour. Ladies and gentlemen, every Friday night around 7:30. It's getting like, it's getting kind of light outside. I mean, it's getting darker later, you know what I mean? So I like for it to hit night before we start, but it's been kind of, you know what I'm saying, doing what it do. But we here, 7:30, we good. Jay living in the building, John in the building, Antonio in the building, Kendrick in the building, Dramatic in the building, Jamel in the building, Jay living in the building. Nerese in the building. What's up with y'all? This is Mayhem Hour, your conspiracy comedy, fun-loving, doomsday prepping show of the Comedy Trap House here, our late night show. We like to talk a little shit and, you know, go over some of the weird things going around the world. And there sure is a lot. And nothing's changed this week, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing has changed. Drake has still not responded. Nothing. Now, somebody else has. Somebody else has. J. King Cole. You know, we'll get to that on Tuesday. You know, we'll get to that with the fellas. But as far as Drake, where are you at? Where are you at? Drake is right now in a bathtub with rose petals reading the 48 Laws of Power, trying to figure out a way, how am I going to get around this? While painting his nails. Where are you at? Drizzy? And within the same token, you know, of course we got to talk about men doing men crazy things and women doing women crazy things. But as far as the men's side of the game, your friend, y'all best friend and last week's sponsor, Bad Boy Entertainment, Diddy's out here dancing. Diddy is out living life right now. He's living life. Let's look at this. This was just filmed, apparently. Hitting it. Yeah. Bad boy, take that. And he's smoking a jet. And he's smoking a blunt. Dancing still. He trying to take it back like, oh man, I'm feeling like it's 1998 all over again. He's saying, I feel like it's 1998 all over again. That whole way, I don't know what he listening to, but I'm pretty sure if I put this on mute, let me see. I'm coming. I wanna. You know the More Money, More Problems song. Yeah, that's it. He was dancing to that. That's what he was dancing to. I'm coming. You know, they flipped it. Yep. Look at him. He is celebrating. I wish I could be this confident and this less worrisome during troubled times like Diddy. Don't we all wish we were kind of Diddy? Let's be honest, y'all. Don't we all wish we had a little more Diddy in us? To have the arrogant confidence to, after you possibly latrined, what would they call it? Sexually harassed, possibly hundreds of people. We don't even know. Possibly killed somebody. Possibly shot somebody. Doing all these crazy things. But he is out here dancing and just thinking that the world, is going on status quo. It's going on. Same as usual. It's another day, baby. We just dancing out here. Bad boy, take that. You know what it is. Yeah. Yeah, we all need a little bad boy in us. No Diddy. We all need a little bad boy in us to get us through these to give us the confidence we need through these hard times, ladies and gentlemen. We all need a little Puff Daddy in us. And honestly, he would like to be in us, especially if you're the XY chromosome, possibly, allegedly. This is a mess. Does the FBI have anything on this man? Does the FBI have anything on this man? Because he's literally dancing in y'all faces while y'all fucking up his home. They better. They better. Larry, get the fuck out of here. I'm not showing my feet, you weirdo. Yeah, man. Diddy gets to go on living the life that we all deserve. Minus the, the not so good stuff. You know what I mean? Jesus, man. I gotta see this video one more time. Come on, get it. Take that. Yeah. And I hope he ain't praising God. He better not have a gospel song on during these times. Nope. You don't deserve that. You killed Tupac, allegedly. Oh, my God. On top of that, ladies and gentlemen, while Diddy is not sponsoring us, California believes it is. I don't know if y'all heard recently, but California has risen minimum wage for fast food workers up to $20. And Scooby-Doo-Wop-Bop-Bop. I think we should take a look at some of the... And you know, these politicians, you know, they're so smart. Of course, they would come up with something that would benefit us, right? Obviously. I mean, these guys have gone to law school, have done all types of shit. You know what I mean? To make the world a better place. And taking fast food workers, minimum wage up to $20 was the way they felt California. That's the boost California economy needed right there, right? Let's take a look at what's happening.
Rising wages, California's fast food workers started earning more money today, 25% more than they were making yesterday. The pay raise could mean higher prices at some restaurants and has reportedly prompted at least one Central Valley business to shutter.
Today, the employees
What up, Popo?
of the Foster's Freeze in Lemoore showed up for work but got their last paycheck instead. Action News anchor Nick Garcia was in Lemoore tonight and talked to workers about the abrupt closure.
Some of the people who worked at this Foster's Freeze thought it was an April Fool's Day joke until they saw the close sign for themselves and reality sunk in.
Is that the manager still standing there? Like, yeah, y'all not coming in here. The way they panned over in that shot.
Fool's Day joke until they saw the close sign for
Look at
themselves.
Oh, that's a reflection of old boy. I thought that was a nigga inside.
April Fools. Be for real. Not April Fools. I realized that she was not joking. I drove straight over here and got my last check.
Monica Navarro got a phone call from her general manager informing her the location would not open for business again. All day, would-be customers drove in, then away, as they learned what the employees learned Monday morning. How does that feel to show up and there just not be a job?
It's jarring. It's like, okay, you can go home, and then it's like, I thought I was gonna work today.
It's hard to take it when there was no notice at all.
The closure comes the same day California's minimum wage for fast food workers rises to $20 an hour. Economic experts have been predicting closures and layoffs in the months leading up to the hike.
Most of the time, not all of the time, the business owners have to pass those cost increase on to the consumer.
At this Foster's Freeze, the assistant general manager tells us that was supposed to be the plan: increased prices and shortened shifts.
He had actually talked to us like we were preparing to pay $20 an hour. Like it wasn't a possibility of us closing. He had said like, all right, on the schedules, we're gonna run smaller crews, we're gonna do a little bit shorter shifts, people are gonna get their hours cut a little bit, but we'll be able to make it work. We're gonna raise some prices, but like, we're good.
That all changed Monday morning. Navarro says the owner told her he just couldn't afford to pay the new minimum wage. We called him to ask about the closure.
When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hi Lauren, this is Nick Garcia calling from ABC 30. At the time of this broadcast, we have not heard back from him. Now his former employees are worried about finding a new job.
Look for a job, because what else am I gonna do besides look for a job? Because I don't have one anymore, without notice.
And the challenge of finding a new job for some of the people here comes as they're trying to pay tuition for college and deal with other expenses. Also challenging for all involved, both the workers and the business owners, is inflation, making cost cutting all the more difficult.
How did you not see this coming? How did you not see inflation being a part of? Of course, people gonna stop. You think people are gonna be tipping now? You think people are gonna tip you when pizza is $45 a slice? Who's gonna want to tip you if you're a driver? And guess what? Pizza Hut got rid of their drivers. Pizza Hut got rid of their drivers. I don't know if you knew that, Popo. You know that? They said they're gonna go to Uber and Lyft, and now Uber and Lyft got all these crazy fees. Who trying to use Uber and Lyft? So now I got to pay a tip on top of Uber fees, on top of the price hikeage of the burger of a Big Mac or whatever. Now drivers, not just drivers for the delivery, but the actual food drivers, they, everybody's taking a hit. So now this company, Lamar Foster's Freeze, they straight up just said, yeah, we can't afford none of y'all. We shutting down the store. We're going to go ahead and shut down the store. The first day it went up, the first day that it was $20 an hour, they said, all y'all fired. They said, all y'all fired. We done. I'm sorry. We can't help you. We can't help ourselves.
In Lamar.
People are not. What is Lamar Foster Freeze? What is Foster's Freeze? What is that? Some type of ice cream? Or? I mean, you get fired. You get fired over some cookie dough because they can't afford your salary. I mean, damn, bruh. Let's go to another one here. Let's see if they're talking about the Mickey D's.
Fast food workers across our state getting a big raise starting today. Their minimum wage going up to $20 an hour. Some franchise owners warn, though, the increase will lead to higher prices for customers. KTLA's Eric Spillman live this morning in Santa Monica with the story for us. Eric, good morning.
Good morning, Jessica. I got my sausage McMuffin combo meal here at McDonald's this morning. Comes with the sausage McMuffin, hash browns, and if you get it with a large coffee, you know how much that costs? How about $9.59? That seems higher than I remember, but it could be just the beginning because starting today, fast food workers in California will be making $20 an hour, and it's going to mean that consumers are going to be paying more for their food items when they come to the restaurants. All right, let's talk about this. This is all because of a new law, AB 1228, which was passed by the legislature last year. It applies to all fast food restaurants in California with more than 60 locations nationwide. Fast food workers and their advocates say it's about time they...
Oh, John, don't even get started with any type of real estate. Property owners, what did you say? Raising rent on restaurant spaces, making it harder, actually. Yep, have brick and mortar stores. Exactly. Jay Levin said, why are you putting so much emphasis on sausage?
Got more money. They say most fast food employees are adults, many with families to support, and some live below the poverty line. Now, initially, a trade association representing fast food franchise owners made a deal with labor unions. They agreed on this new law with its wage increase as a compromise. But now some of the folks who own fast food restaurants are complaining that these higher labor costs are really going to hurt. They say they're going to hire fewer employees to save money. And chains like Starbucks, McDonald's, KFC, Subway, and Pizza Hut are all promising they will have to increase the prices on their menus. We've been talking to fast food customers this morning, and we've been asking...
Maybe this is a good thing. What do y'all think? Maybe it's a good thing that this is the possible demise of fast food restaurants. Maybe America needed this.
Them.
Do y'all think we needed this? We needed to get rid of this, right? All this food's supposedly bad for us, but now how much is regular food gonna cost? Because from what I've seen, I don't know what side everybody's sitting. Some of y'all Chicago, we already know that city's coming to a disaster and soon, thanks to y'all mayor possibly. But I'm just saying, maybe it's good. Maybe it's good. Maybe we should see the demise of fast food restaurants around the globe. Or at least in the country. Or at least we start off in California. It seems to be the biggest experiment in this country is California. The Wild Wild West. You heard the Wild Wild West? They got fast food employees getting paid $20 an hour. It's the new gold rush. Unfortunately, it's not.
Do you mind paying more if it means that the people preparing the food...
How much are they charging for hot dogs now? Nobody should charge more than 65 cents for a hot dog. What is a hot dog? I mean, it's just scraps of leftover whatever, pretty much. It's just leftover whatever. Throw it in there, whatever. Whatever. Cardboard, whatever the fuck. Just throw some salt and sugar on it, they'll like it. I'm pretty sure that's what a hot dog company is. Their branding mission statement. Throw whatever on there. Fuck it. That's right at the front of their gate. As long as we throw a face on there like Michael Jordan. Get him back associated with ballparks, huh? But as far as the food, throw anything in there. Fuck it. Throw anything in there. A hot dog is a dirty sausage, as far as I'm concerned. And sometimes they do taste delicious. I'm not going to front. I was eating 7-Eleven hot dogs, just like to hear, for many years. All right? So my intestinal tract is all fucked up. But it was decent. It was decent. Boiled plenty of hot dogs in my house. Learned to fry a hot dog one time. That was pretty good. Never went to a ballpark. Like, I never had that experience, but let it all come to an end. Let it all come to an end. All of them. What even fast food hot dog spot is there? Wiener or something?
A higher wage? You think that's good?
That's good. Cost of living went up so high and people are losing their homes. That's why we have so many homeless. People can't afford working at McDonald's making...
That's not why we have so many homeless.
Minimum wage and they can't afford the rent. They live check to check, and it's hard. I think that's great.
But they have to make the menu prices higher for the consumer.
Well, everything's going higher, and what's going to happen that they're going to...
Who said that? Pest, you damn right. Raising the fast food employee wages to $20 seems like a push to AI service jobs. There's an ultimate ending to this. If they can automate it for the drivers, where, yes, there's a human driving, but it's still automated on an app. It just goes through automatically. They're going to take out the drivers eventually. Eventually, they're going to take out your hamburger making ass because all the machines will do it. And how far really are we away from this? 5 years? I talked about AI last week. They're saying, they literally have the ability to jerk you off now. They have robots that could just jerk you off now. You know what I'm saying? And it's evening out. I mean, there have been robots for women for years now. Vibrators have been robots that have existed for years. Now, to put AI in a vibrator is diabolical. Because no man will be able to do an AI vibrator. Let's be honest. What man in this world can outdo an AI vibrator? And this is what's going to lead us to eventually the end times. AI vibrator leads to some type of AI demon getting into the vibrator. And that AI demon could, AI demon vibrator can bust in your girl. I'm just saying. It's going to be able to bust in your girl. And God knows what type of birth that's going to be. Plastic. What are girls call their vibrators? Butterflies or something? A butter human? That's what she's going to give birth to? some type of what are we talking about? All right.
Cut down on the staff, and they might even lose customers. People don't want to wait a long time. They want to get their stuff and go. You know, everybody's on the go, you know.
Well, they're already cutting down on staff. If you've been to a McDonald's lately, you know they're already using more automation. At this McDonald's, there are 3 or 4 automated kiosks in the front of the restaurant and only 1 employee taking your order. So if you want to order quickly,
Y'all, I'm not gonna front. I went into TH Comedy with the $5. God bless you, mama. Let me where the smoke at? Give me the smoke. Give me the smoker. Da 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 da. Do 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 do. She ain't even asked a question or nothing. Appreciate that, mama. Yeah. What was I talking about? I went into a McDonald's the other day, and I'm going to keep it real with you. I'm going to keep it completely real with you. I got French fries. That's all I wanted. I wanted some fries. I went in there. First of all, the fries cost me $35. I got a small. I had to. The small fries cost me $35. It took me 3 hours to just place an order. I was there for 4 hours in total. They got me using all types of machines in there. I walked to the counter, nobody coming to the counter. I don't even know if they speak English anymore. Before they get to AI, they're going to replace them with Mexicans. Because Mexicans, ¿por qué? I'm like, I just want to get some fries. Oh, no. No. No? What the fuck is going on? Excuse my language. They're using y'all. They're using Mexicans. They're using everybody to converge us to AI. Dildos, hand job robots, and McDonald's. They're all trying to take over the world. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So keep a lookout on the eyes. Keep your eyes out for that, folks. No, we having a good time here. Hispanic McDonald's may slap, though. Honestly, if you let them cook, you know they're not bringing that food in, though. I mean, they're bringing it physically. Their truck drivers definitely getting off there with a mustache. But I'm just saying, they not. If it was the Mexicans actually cooking it now. Some arroz con pollo? Hell yeah. A mec arroz con pollo? You want a mec arroz con pollo? Hell yeah, slap that on my plate. They bring back plates to McDonald's. That's how good it be. McDonald's got plates now. They food be slapping so good. That's how you know they just see us as animals. We don't even eat on plates at McDonald's. Give them trays, you goddamn heathens. Plastic trays. Sit them in a booth. Sit them in a booth. Our customers are cows. Put me on the McDonald's. Put me on the McDonald's marketing team. I'll bring it back. And we could lower the prices because the volume of people will be so. No, they won't let me do that. They'll kill me before I can do that. They'll kill me before they let me do that. Lower prices. Ladies and gentlemen, there's other things going on around the world. Obviously, there's a new trend that I'm starting to. I don't know. It pops up here on YouTube every now and then of stories about this, but there is OnlyFans moms that are apparently causing more chaos throughout the world. OnlyFans moms, okay? We're going to take a look at this one girl's video talking about some of the things she's seen, and then we're going to go to one little small doc that I found on YouTube it's 9 minutes long, but we probably won't watch it all. But this is disturbing how these women treat their kids. For instance, having your kids take pictures of you for your OnlyFans might be a little inappropriate. Just a teeny bit inappropriate, you know? I mean, I know this is the societal collapse and all that, but I'm just saying, while we're still here, we might as well try. And some of the women just said, no. That's what they'd be like, no. And they give you that do something face. No. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This girl looks like she has horns coming out her head, some goth. I don't know what this person is or who this person is, but God bless them. All right, here we go.
Genuinely prepared for what you are about to watch, what you're about to see. I really am getting to the point where it's like, I hate everyone, especially, you know, the really creepy mums who have like this weird emotional incest.
Hey, Antonio, look. The dollar menu, sometimes when I talk with my brother on the phone, we reminisce about back in the day, the dollar menu. Like, you remember back in the day when they had they had a chicken sandwich on there for $1. Damn. Remember they had some nuggets and some fries you can get for like $1. And a drink too, small drink, you can get for $1 now. You might sneak off and get some free refills. You know what I'm saying? After school, them good old days. We spend at least 2 minutes every conversation talking about that. Bare minimum.
Relationship with their sons, you know, like mama's boys. Always hated them. Never dated a mama's boy because those kind of mothers can be so overbearing, and it's like, newsflash, there will be some other woman more important than you one day. I mean, I don't know what else to say. First video we are going to be reacting to is by a TikToker who has a 14-year-old son who did this dance with him. Now, okay, dancing with your children, your son, like, it isn't really a big deal.
He has fun with me. My son is 14 years old. He got his hand on his mama ass right now. Hold on.
Son.
And she's over here whispering to the camera.
Who did this dance with him? Now, okay, dancing with your children, your son, like, it isn't really a big deal. But like, why is your son so comfortable putting his hand on your butt? Like, and I can already see some of the really weird comments like, oh, like, why are you sexualizing a mother and a son? No, sweetheart. It's just the same as like if you were to go and just like grab your dad's butt out of nowhere or like touch your parents inappropriately. Like, sweet.
If this was the reverse in any way, that father would be in jail. I'm sorry. If that was on camera and a father going around and his daughter's grabbing him like that or some weird shit. But why is it so just like normalized with these hoes?
Home Alabama. And to upload that to the internet where this is going to be there forever is just crazy, because like, let's just think about when the kid goes to school and he's gonna be like looked at funny, especially like if I had have seen someone that I wanted to potentially date who has touched their parents inappropriately like that. I'd want to stay far away from them because I know that they must have a weird relationship with their parents. And honestly, it's not so much the 14-year-old's fault. It's like the mother's fault for being kind of like accepting of that. Ugh, just like thinking about my little brother doing that. No, shut up, no. Here is the next one we are going to be reacting to. And this one, honestly, is much.
Hold on. When my son's friends are over, How old are...
worse than what we just watched.
That's so cringe.
This lady has a song playing and it's like cats are meowing and caption reads, "When my son's friends are over." So come to find out, this lady does have an OF and she does post.
Yo. What the hell is wrong with these ladies? And this lady over here like Miss Piggy rolling over this couch.
This lady has a song playing and it's like cats are meowing and caption reads, "When my son's friends are over." So come to find out, this lady does have an OF and she does post pretty provocative content over on her TikTok. And in her bio, it says that she's 42. And I'm just thinking about it and it's like, she's 42. My parents are around the same age. My youngest sibling is 15. I'm the oldest and I'm 20. So how old is her son? That's the very first question, because it's like, that's very predatory.
Right, that's
to be
what I
looking at your son's friends like that. Could you imagine if a father got on there and was doing that kind of content as well? That would be seen.
Can't
as
wait
a
for my
huge
daughter's
and major
friends
red
to come
flag.
over today.
I'm really like
How does that sound?
bewildered as to why people post this kind of shit online, because they're basically just telling us, hey, I'm a motherfucking predator, like, hello? And even if her son is, let's just say, older than 18, that is still very, very predatory, because it's like, okay, you go over to your friend's house and you're not going to be expecting their parents to be literally ogling all over you in their head, and you already know she's imagining doing some dirty, dirty things, and that is foul. She has done other really predatory
Zane, you ain't lying, bruh. You ain't lying.
videos as well, like this one. This is the—
Hold on, what did she say? After giving an 18-year-old his first. I mean, doesn't the witchiness just drip out of this woman? She over here wiping her mouth like, now if she was bad, I might have been like, well, he 18, you gotta do what you got. But yeah, it's just odd.
This one, this is the exact reason why, if I'm to ever have children, like, I'm just not trusting them around anybody. And it makes me, really
Very odd. Very, very odd. Shout out to TH Comedy for another $5. What she say? The people forget that several unacceptable practices were acceptable a short time ago, like 2 or 3 generations ago. I don't know if playing with your mom's butt was ever an acceptable practice. I'm not sure about that one. That was a meth looking mama. But let's take a look at another one. Let's see here. Right at you. Here's a little short doc on this shit. OnlyFans mom makes her kids take her photos. When you were growing up, if any of y'all around my age, in your 30s or whatever, men were called creeps all the time. That was a thing. Creep. Even to this day, girls be calling guys creeps, right? Creep, creep, creep. But we never call women creeps. And there's a lot of them. There's a lot of creep-ass women out there. Some of them be looking bad, too. Some of them are creepy looking, like that meth-looking chick. But they kind of creepy. They're willing to do things with their cousins and their brothers and their sisters and their dogs, and they film it and they talk about it like, you don't want to hear one thing crazy I did? Like it's playful, and it's like, ma'am, you are going to hell for that. You are going to burn in eternal damnation. Oh, stop. What you mean stop? Let's take a look.
My kids, they know that I have OnlyFans. I am able to be free, to be able to be in their lives more because of OF.
All right, what's up, everybody? It's your favorite Mexican Ranko here. Today, we're checking out another OnlyFans mom. We've checked out OnlyFans teachers and OnlyFans mom, but we're checking out another one, and this one's a little different. We're watching...
Oh, is this? My kids helped me with my modeling career. Okay, that's what I need to watch. My kids help me with my modeling career.
My kids, they know that I have OnlyFans.
Okay, here we go.
I am able to be free, to be able to be in their lives more because of OF. No matter what I'm doing, I always get judgment. They assume I'm like a blonde bimbo. They call me plastic. They tell me they want me to choke on my silicone implants. The pros outweigh the cons. So I have to pick something to wear today. The boys are gonna help me with a photo shoot.
My first thought when Maylene was on OnlyFans was, it was a little shocking.
I don't think I'm the best cook. I do cook. It's just sometimes I just decide, do I want to make the mess or do I want to cook? So today we're making the mess. So usually when I have them and they don't go to school or they don't have any extracurricular activities.
Yo, I forgot about these reality show types, the way they try to manipulate you with this music. Their music switch ups be crazy, yo. They're trying so hard to tell you what emotion to feel. Oh, we're at home now? Let's switch up the music. Hold on, let's see.
I do cook. It's just sometimes I
Thought when Maylene was on OnlyFans.
Here we go. We got the hip hop
it was a little
playing, you know what I'm
shocking.
saying?
I don't think I'm the best cook. I do cook. It's just sometimes I just decide, do I want to make the mess or do I want to cook? So today we're making the mess. So usually when I have them and they don't go to school or they don't have any extracurricular activities, so it helps me sometimes take some pictures and content. So I started OnlyFans like 3 years ago, and
Tell
what
your story, girl.
motivated me to join was honestly the freedom that it gave me.
Why don't women, just say easy money? Don't give me all that, the freedom that it gave me.
I
mean, it is freedom that it gave you, but.
Freedom that it gave me, since I'm pretty much by myself, it was hard for me to be able to rely on anyone for help. So I found that, you know, with showing my body and giving up kind of like my self-worth in a way was worth it to me because I was able to be there for my family and my kids.
Giving
so
up
I'm in
my
school
self-worth
also right
was
now,
worth-
so that takes up a lot of my time. So if I'm not doing school, then I'm doing content and taking care of them. I try to involve them as much as I could with that side.
Ain't no pictures of the father in here. She won't allow it. She will not allow it. He will not get any pub out of it. Put your father's pictures in the dishwasher. Put them in the dishwasher. Now, which of these tassels look better on my nipples? Can you please help me, son? Which of these tassels look better on my nipples? Do you like the blue one better? Oh my God, can you take it out for me, please? Jesus.
Things just so they can see that it's not just as easy as posting a picture, it's a lot of work.
My mom is cool mom, I'd say.
Look,
because
no
she,
pictures of the dad.
Knows a lot. Cool mom, I'd say. Because she,
Wait.
my mom.
They took this picture yesterday. They took that picture yesterday and placed it right there. Because she don't take no pictures with the kids. She takes all her pictures by herself. They were like, oh, shoot, we don't have pictures of us and the family together. And by family, I mean you and my kids. Me and my kids.
Is cool mom, I'd say. Because she knows a lot about my generation.
So my kids, we have a very open relationship, so they know that I have OnlyFans. They've never like seen me like taking sexy pictures for like OnlyFans. I usually do that while they're in school. Right, so I have to pick something to wear today. I've learned to just kind of get more confident and comfortable, even though now I still feel that I have to be kind of careful because I've kind of overdone it with plastic surgery and stuff. My first
That was shocking to hear her admit. Because I overdone it with the plastic surgery and stuff. But it's cute. It's cute. It's okay. I'm on the show. I get attention. Attention.
cosmetic procedure was when I was 18 years old. I would say 1, 2, 3 breast augmentations. I had a Brazilian butt lift. Then I got that reversed. And then I got my nose done last year. When I got my plastic surgery done, that was a way for people to have like a shock factor when they see me. And I liked that attention. But I feel like now it's kind of like the opposite. Like I've grown so much to know that like that's not the attention.
But like now, since I've destroyed all my relationships with my family and all my friends, and I mean, I really do love the attention, really. But since I don't have any like, you know, like, what do they call it? Respect? I feel like maybe I've destroyed everything precious around me. But are we still going out tonight? Are we still going out tonight? Yes. The boys will be asleep. I'm going out. Yes. Yes, with the girls. Yes. If the ocean really needs help, I can clean up all that plastic. I can clean up all that plastic. I can use it. I could use it.
Attention that I want. So right now I don't enjoy getting plastic surgery. I'm actually looking forward to reversing or removing in the future. People's general reaction to when they get to meet me or know me is they automatically assume I'm like a blonde bimbo with like big boobs that does nothing with her life. I've had to face a lot of scrutiny, a lot of judgment.
Okay, break it down.
Other moms, from every extracurricular activity I do with my kids. People, they just assume things about me. And I think that is kind of like what hurts me inside the most, because...
Oh my God. All right, what's happening?
Do you worry that you're exposing your children to adult themes too young?
I don't think I'm exposing my kids to adult themes too young. So I think more of like a content creator, because that's what I do on my OnlyFans. I kind of just create fun content.
Yo.
Before you go in the pool, can you help me take some pictures with
boy, these
Sometimes
sons gotta grow up a
my mom
bit.
needs help taking pictures sometimes, but I don't really mind helping her.
Oh.
My first thought
Oh.
when Maylene was on OnlyFans.
Oh my God, this is crazy to me, y'all. This is crazy to me, y'all. These are moms in 2024. This is a mom in 2024. I worry because I have empathy. For the world, for you people, for my children's children and the people around me, my friends and oh my God. We ain't never gonna make it. If this is 2024 mom, I just don't know, bruh. They just trying to make it cool. Oh yeah, my sons take my OnlyFans pic. Like that's not gonna be shocking at a dinner party or function to say, you know? Like people, or maybe it's not. Maybe I don't go out enough anymore. Maybe I don't see people. Oh yeah, we all do it. We all do it. Yeah. Very odd.
It was a little shocking. My opinion changed because I realized that it wasn't so bad, and you know,
I really tried.
her life changed for the better.
I always get worried about my kids or their friends finding out I have an OnlyFans, but I've made it very open.
Mom, put on some clothes. I mean, there's no way. I mean, golly, man. Scary times. Scary times, y'all. Scary times. This is probably more normal, especially in places like Miami or LA. I mean, I just kind of feel about kids in the future. Don't you think these type of women are everywhere though now? Like these type of women are everywhere. I'm talking about they're international now. Acting like this, talking like this, and just everything. No, nothing's wrong with it. Nothing's wrong with it. Nothing's wrong with it. Women are gonna have the world do some of the craziest shit, dog. We can start sacrificing our babies to Baal, the immortal one. It's cute. It's nothing wrong with it. Everything all good until the son catch a beef at school and niggas see screenshot of mom riding the toy, especially an AI toy, in the screen in the hallway, right? Hands are gonna be thrown. Hands are gonna be thrown. Somebody. And to me, I'm gonna be honest with you. Her kids look innocent as fuck. Her kids look so like they don't know what the hell is going on. What? You guys don't see your mom's pussy? Wait, what you guys talking about? None of you guys see your mom's pussy? Like what? Once you don't see it often? Like once a week, once a month? They're gonna be confused. You guys don't see your mom's pussy often? I mean, I'm saying. He's gonna be in his middle school classroom talking while all the kids are laughing at him, talking about I don't get it. I don't get it. I thought everybody looks at their mom's pussy. That's somebody gonna clip that. Please don't. It's odd, man. It's odd. It's very strange, man. And the more I look at it, the more I just feel we need Jesus. The more that I look at it, I just feel this world is going down a path of dark, dark destruction. Guys, I feel like the mood's been brought down a little bit, so I want to go back to this video real quick of Diddy dancing. Let's look at this. I'm going. I want the shit. Bad boy, take that, smoking a blunt. I remember the good days back in the day, 1995. Killed Tupac, had to do it right. Yeah, got away with it, and I'm still gonna get away with it. Woo! Yeah, bad boy, forever take that. Yeah, Yep, ain't no trial going on. Ain't no trial. Somebody looking at me? Hold up. Smoke this last joint right quick. Put that out right quick. Yeah. Go upstairs and listen to that new J. Cole right quick. Man, I'm fresh. I'm Diddy. I'm gonna win. I'm Diddy. Yeah, hell yeah. Take that. Nigga disappeared behind a pillar. This was recently, David. That was actually yesterday, I believe.
Way Too Wealthy, where luxury meets
What
lifestyle.
the hell?
Today we're taking you inside one of the most prestigious addresses in Miami.
One of the most prestigious. Today we're taking you to one of the most prestigious places in Miami. Diddy's Booty Palace. The Diddy Booty Palace is conformed of 3 different architectural plans. Navigating over 6 years of building the booties, the robust nature of the booties coming out of his house encourage partying and, of course, the infamous diddling of these dandelions, I do say. This man is literally dancing as the FBI. We're going to see if the FBI fucking up or not. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to get this last story in. This is kind of a long thing. I might just tell y'all the beginning of it at least. And we're going to get to this man's divorce story. But this guy's been trending online. He's been doing, to give you the backstory, his daughter essentially posted a video. His 20-something or maybe early 30-something-year-old daughter works out here in Hollywood as a writer. Posted a video on TikTok saying, you guys want to compare funny traumas? Let's just make it funny. She told the whole world that her dad abandoned her as a child to go break dance. That's what she told the world. Everybody was like, oh my God, girl, this ain't funny. This is an issue. Oh my God, what? I mean, he really can break dance, but damn, what? He left your family just bad. Everybody started blowing up this man. He had to respond. Now, kids, I think that him and his ex-wife of 10 years, I don't know how long it's been, but so long it's been, now the girls aren't talking to her, his daughters. His son is like, I want to stay out of it. And let's just see some of this.
Okay, get ready for a pretty amazing story that includes this judge, Judge Leslie Alden, putting me in jail for contempt of court as part of my divorce case. And she gave me a 1-year sentence. Now this
dude talks like an old school radio show host, I ain't gonna lie, but well spoken.
I stepped into the courtroom and saw her, I knew I was dead in the water. So we'll get back to this. Okay, time to get a glass of wine or your favorite beverage. Sit back, relax, get ready for an amazing story. As some of you know who have been following this, my 24-year-old daughter, Maddie, has come out with another video telling the world that I abandoned the family.
Can you kind of explain a little bit of the controversy?
Of course. Okay, so for anybody who is listening who doesn't know me, which is probably most people because I'm literally not famous.
Millions of followers.
Unfortunately, though, I have become semi-famous literally just in like Republican hate circles. Most recently, I made a video about my dad because my dad abandoned my family when I was little, and he like went on to become a pretty famous breakdancer. And I made a video that was like very funny, tongue-in-cheek about that. But because my dad is like a huge Republican, huge Bitcoiner, like he's so bizarre, he has this sort of cultish following around him.
God.
And in the video that he posted, he's like wearing a Bitcoin t-shirt. He has an American flag behind him. Like
he getting it.
Oh, and then Elon Musk responded to my dad's video being like, "You're awesome. Like you're an awesome dad. You're awesome." So that got all of the Elon Musk fans after me. It was sort of just a whole controversial moment in my life.
So this should be your screenplay, right?
America went super viral, etc., etc. But she added that he wouldn't pay her medical bills. Then comes Ben, stage name Benihana, with a 10-minute reaction video and some pretty good-natured corrections. He claimed he lived close by after the divorce, did pay medical bills, child support, put money into a college fund to the tune of around $5 million all in all to cover the cost of the kids, and said he saw his kids often when they were growing up. But he did admit that from his daughter's perspective as a 5-year-old, it might seem like abandonment, but that in his opinion, it was not a totally accurate account. Whilst we watched this father-daughter union play out in real time, obviously Elon Musk weighs in to tell Ben, "You're awesome." I didn't even know. But this has got me thinking. Ben is getting absolutely dragged online with people calling him a deadbeat dad and like loads of other grim stuff. Are these internet call-outs fair? I've seen these happen time and time again, and it always turns out that there's another side to the story. Would we feel differently if Ben was less of a comic character, or was just like less good-natured about the whole thing? Would she still have posted it if she knew he was going to see it? But whatever your thoughts are on internet call-outs, I think we can all agree with this comment. Benihana does unfortunately go so crazy.
With this like breakdancing dad stuff, it's so bizarre and it's so ridiculous, and like, yeah, like I literally am writing a screenplay about it, like, and I've been working on that screenplay for like months.
How do you just admit that I'm writing a screenplay about this? It already is starting off fucked up. By the way, I'm writing a screenplay about this. I don't know. Doesn't sound like something I'm gonna automatically believe people on.
How do you like tolerate this? You just like block it out?
The dad stuff is the worst because it's like my actual real life. So honestly, the dad controversy has been the hardest to deal with because like it is hard having people in my comments who don't know anything being like, "Your dad is awesome."
So I need to supply more information about this saga. Information that Maddie and the kids probably have not heard before. As I've said, I don't really blame my daughter for these very inaccurate videos that she's been putting out. I put the blame on her mom, my ex-wife, Betsy. Now let me recap what's happened so far for those of you who have missed it.
What's this guy's name?
Then we'll...
real quick. Ben Hart. Oh my God. Let's look at his ex-wife again.
Now let me recap what's happened so on her mom for these very inaccurate videos that she's been putting out. I put the blame on her mom, my ex-wife, Betsy.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Betsy Hart, From the Heart. Oh my God, she has a book, something like Kevin Hart. On love, loss, and marriage. She wrote a book. She wrote a book on their issues. That's the last thing a man wants to see. Oh my God, she's writing a book about our personal issues. Jesus, great, great. And now she got our kids on OnlyFans. She got our kids filming our OnlyFans content, and she writing a book about our goddamn family. Great, here we go. Yep, I should have known. I'm marrying a woman. Yep, one of them, a woman. Yep. My God, look at that cut too. You know she was just a terrorist in the household. Joe, I said do it.
Now let me recap what's happened so far for those of you who have missed it. Then we'll delve deeper into some
Jay Levin said, I see all I need to know.
of the crazier stuff that I've skipped over. Okay, here's a quick recap. Okay, I wake up at 6 a.m. to do some work. I get my coffee. I sit down. I open my computer. And what am I greeted with? Well, hundreds of comments calling me a deadbeat dad, a child abandoner.
So I'm going to skip over this part of it where he goes back. All right. But basically, throughout the story, he brings up how his daughter kind of said some misleading things because her video was
abandoned.
You remember how I tell you, all these girls always try to make it cute. That's like their main source, to make it cute. No matter what foul thing I'm saying, if I just make it cute, I'll be good. I'm a girl.
By what I heard, to say the least.
My dad abandoned my family when I was 5 years old. That is a wife and 4 kids. He abandoned us and then pursued amateur breakdancing. Became like the oldest actively competing breakdancer in the world. Here, I'll show you.
To see, take a look at this 60-year-old breakdancer. Yes, 60 years old. Amazing. That's Ben Hart. He's competing at a breakdancing competition in Philadelphia.
This guy wouldn't pay my medical bills.
That is not true. Almost 98% of her video.
Yeah, so, you know, he almost paid none of my medical bills. Oh, my God. So we're just sharing trauma. We're just having fun. It's cute.
Video. But
and so she goes on to say all these things about like how he abandoned them and da-da-da. But this man came with evidence. I'm talking about pictures. This is her responding to the second video. But like this is video of them as kids that he has when he took them out. Times at the Lake Michigan. I'm talking.
You got
This is all the kids together with them. And it's at different times in their life too. This is when they graduate. Here, taking them skiing. This looks recent. That looked like it was about 2 years ago. It's back when they're kids again. There's all these different trips. These are different places. To say my dad abandoned. I know some people that don't have fathers, okay? That's crazy for her. But anyway, let's keep going. This is them even recent. Look, this is them right there. Family together. She got arms around them. Hanging out. You don't see the mom too much. I'll tell you that in these pictures. We need to talk about who's abandoning who here. Don't see her too much. All right. So he brings all this evidence and says, you know, yada, yada, yada. That this isn't true. She comes out with a video saying he's lying, da-da-da. And that he feels he needs to bring more evidence because this is shaming his name, shaming his businesses too. He doesn't just break dance. He has other business and, you know, clients and things like that. And so he decides, yo, I think my wife, my ex-wife is lying to my children and turning them against me. We all know this happens. This happens. This is a famous tactic, all right? Get into the kid's ears, turn him against the father, yada, yada, yada. We'll make it seem like he abandoned you. Okay? So he's trying to fight back now saying, okay, she obviously lied, so I'm going to tell the truth now. So this is my man with the golden voice here about to, well, let me tell my side. This is his J. Cole might delete later. This is his opus operandi. This is his anal canal. And he's about to go deep. So you got the whole montage family.
I've linked to those below. Now, honestly, I thought I had overcome all this brainwashing of the kids by my ex-wife. I thought I had a great relationship with my daughters, especially since they...
Oh, somebody said BC and eggs and cheese. Oh, bacon, egg, and cheese said... The name of their screenplay is called Pop Lock Pops. It should be Pop Lock and Pops. Pop Lock and Pops. Remember that song? Pop Lock and Drop It.
Became adults. Everything was going fine, I thought. Here we were last Christmas, 90 days ago. We all had a great time. I even thought I was getting along fine with my ex-wife, Betsy. Just last year, I swung by her house to pick up the kids for dinner. One of the kids was late, was out with a friend or something, so Betsy invited me to come into the house for a glass of wine. 3 of the kids were there, and we had a perfectly fine conversation, perfectly pleasant. Then the kids and I went out for dinner, and we all had a great time as usual. I thought the fact that Betsy had invited me into her house for a glass of wine was good progress. I was encouraged. But now this saga has taken a more negative...
Doesn't he sound like he would make an awesome teacher? He would make an awesome high school teacher. Hey, I'm sorry, guys. I got to call out of class today because, well, my wife's divorcing me and trying to take all my shit. Sorry, guys, but chapters 1 through 12. Remember now. All right. I'm going to go kill this bitch.
Turn, and all the indicators point to my ex-wife, Betsy, as the manipulator, as the well poisoner.
Oh, my God.
In every video that Manny puts out, she says I abandoned the family. And none of my daughters are talking to me right now. Only my son Peter is talking to me. So I think I need to tell a more complete story. A story that the kids have never heard before. I have really 2 goals with this video. Number 1, I think this information might help a lot of dads out there to avoid some of the mistakes that I've made. Whether you were recently divorced or not yet divorced.
All you fathers in here, listen up. Listen up.
Divorced. I say not yet divorced because about half of marriages end in divorce. And about 50% of married couples who are not yet divorced, well, their marriages are hanging by a thread. Goal number 2. My kids have never heard the whole story of what happened. They've heard one side from their mom, Betsy, my ex-wife. And I think it's been a very distorted story and a very incomplete story. Now, I'm not going to get into all that led to the divorce.
She looked like she used to love to wear them shoulder pads. You know them suits with them shoulder pads back in the day? She definitely had a couple what's it called? What do they call them? What do you call a suit jacket? I guess suit jacket. She had a couple suit jackets with them pads in it. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Them big ass pads. Give your shoulders some of that nice, eh?
Who cheated on who and who cheated first? Let's just say there were a lot of factors that created a very unstable marriage. And we can get into that later if Betsy wants to. But I'm just going to talk here about what happened after the separation in 2004 and the divorce in 2005.
Y'all listen close to this story, man. I'm telling you, when I tell you this shit gets crazy, like, how much do you want from me? Ain't that from a movie? How much do you want from me? This is gonna get crazy. This is gonna get crazy. Y'all gonna enjoy this.
Because I made every mistake possible. I basically did not protect myself legally at all. First off, I gave Betsy 97% of the family assets and left myself with 3%, which actually left me with 0 because the 3% I had was quickly consumed by the lawyers. I did this because I knew I had a business and I could build back up. And of course, I wanted the kids to feel secure, to let them know that they would have nothing to worry about financially. And money is just not something I've ever been very concerned about. I knew I could always make money. At any rate, after I posted my first video in response to Maddie's video, Betsy wrote me a long text message full of invective, asking why I was using exaggerated numbers in terms of what I paid for alimony, child support, college costs, and the other costs over the years. Then I had this text conversation with my oldest daughter, Tori. I said, "Hey, Tori, give me a call when you get a chance." Tori answered, quote, "Hi, Dad, I love you, but not right now. It's time for me to cut off communication. The video you posted was full of lies and just dragging Mom and Maddie 20 years after the fact, and you're just letting that happen. I'm distancing myself for the time being," end quote. I answered, quote, "My video was not full of lies. Maddie posted an attack on me that my client saw. I had no choice but to answer. I asked Maddie to take her video down. She refused because it was going viral. I was trending on TikTok. I asked her to post my video on her feed, which is an accurate video. She liked my video, thought it was funny, but declined. So I posted it on my feed because everyone had seen Maddie's video. So I had to answer. I answered in the nicest, low-key way possible. But then I started thinking, what are all these supposed lies that Tori is talking about? Tori is a good person. She must think there are lies in my video. And Maddie has put up at least 4 videos now where she continues to say that I abandoned the family, which I believe that I've proven is not true at all. And the problem is my kids have no clue what the real story is. Now, what some people in the comments are saying is, why put all this on video for public viewing? Well, because the girls are not talking to me right now. And the only way to deliver information to them is to put it up on video. Now, perhaps the so-called lie that Tori is referring to, and that Betsy is referring to, is the approximately $2 million lump sum that Betsy received at the end of the marriage, at the start of the divorce, and the $5 million total that she and the kids received in the ensuing years until each of the kids reached age 22.
Well, he said he gave away 90%, 98% of his assets, had 2% left he had to pay the lawyers with, which left him broke. He gave everything to her and the kids because he wanted the kids to be okay, right? Almost $2 million.
Now, these were estimates.
And this is like early 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003, something like that, 2004, somewhere around there. That's a lot of money. My man was bringing in some dough.
My head from memory. So I went back and reviewed the numbers, and it turns out that the real numbers are that I agreed to pay Betsy $1.8 million at the conclusion of the marriage. So $1.8 million at the start.
Receipts!
However, I was $100,000 short of what I agreed to. More on that in a moment. And Betsy and the kids received a total of $4 million, a little bit more than $4 million, which includes the aforementioned $1.8 million and $618,000 for the kids' college funds and college costs. Below, I link to a PDF of the accounting. This accounting comes directly from a 2016 court case, one of many court battles I was in with Betsy. And anyone is free to dispute this accounting, but I think it's pretty accurate. So Betsy and the kids received a little bit more than $4 million, not the $5 million that I had estimated from memory in the first video. So that's my error. Now, of course, the counter to this is the money is good and all, but it...
You say your dad abandoned you, yet he left you with $4 million? I mean, privilege is a motherfucker sometimes.
Doesn't make up for not having a full-time dad in the home. But remember, I lived just down the street from the kids in LaGrange, a bit more than a mile away. Then in 2011, we bought a house in Willowbrook, Illinois, which is an 8-minute drive away. Then in 2012, Betsy got remarried and moved about 1 hour north to a North Shore suburb. The kids were older by this point. Peter was in college. Tori was a senior in high school. Maddie was also in high school. Olivia was in middle school. I would make the 1 hour trip north at least once a week to see the kids, to see whoever wanted to hang out. Often that was just me and Peter hanging out. The girls typically wanted to hang with their friends. Teenage girls generally don't want to hang with their parents. They want to hang with their friends. But sometimes they would come out with me and Pete. And there really seemed to be no problem. Yes, there was 1 year when Tori would not come out and would not talk to me. That lasted a year. Then one day, Tori did come out. I said, great, you came out to lunch today, Tori. You haven't talked to me for a year. Has something changed? She said, no. 1 year of not talking to you is enough. Now I'm here. So I thought, cool. I've turned the corner with Tori. And it seems to have been 1,000% great with Tori ever since, for like the last 12 years or so. But here's the issue. Apparently they really do think that I abandoned the family. They think this because it took me more than 2 years
but David,
to move to LaGrange, Illinois, where I could be just down the street. That's true. Maddie is...
You saying it's manipulative, I think it's manipulative of parents roping their kids and now they're on the internet. The daughter put her shit on the internet first. The daughter said all this about the father, that the father abandoned me, all this stuff, tried to make it look cute, but it got to his clients. Now it's affecting his work. So I don't know how he manipulated anything, but definitely the mom has some brainwashing going on with these kids.
Right about that in a way. So let me go over the reasons why. And this is where the story really gets insane. Okay, so Betsy and I got separated in 2004, then divorced in 2005. Also, we were living in Virginia at that time, just outside of Washington, D.C. As part of the divorce agreement, I agreed to allow Betsy and the kids to move to the Chicago area. My plan was to follow Betsy and the kids there. This made quite a bit of sense because Betsy's family were there, and that's where Betsy is from. And I can work from anywhere. I'm a writer and a creative type. I create advertisements for a living. I can do that anywhere. So my plan was just to follow the kids from Virginia to Illinois. But I also agreed to just give Betsy essentially all the marital assets. I left the marriage with $0. Well, 3%. That became zero after paying all the lawyers. Now, of course, I agreed to all of this. And I told you, I made literally every mistake in a divorce that a guy can possibly make. I thought giving Betsy $1.8 million at the get-go and leaving myself with nothing would buy peace. Wow, was I wrong? And everyone told me I was absolutely insane to agree to this. But I wanted Betsy to be a stay-at-home mom, as she had been. We agreed that that would be best for the kids. I wanted the kids to have a mom at home when they came home from school. So I didn't want Betsy to have to work while the kids were still young.
TH Comedy. I'm a break dancer. I can do that anywhere.
I was confident I could always make back the money. I grew up in Vermont and had kind of a hippie mindset. Money's never been my focus. I just do what I do and enough money just seems to roll in. What I did not count on was Betsy moving from Virginia to Illinois with the kids almost immediately. I couldn't move to Illinois immediately. She sold our house instantly, packed up the kids and left Virginia for Illinois, basically instantly. Yikes. I also did not predict that Betsy would issue subpoenas to all my clients to find out if I might be hiding money and assets from her. In other words, even though I agreed to give her everything, she didn't believe it. She thought there was more money to be found, money I was stashing away somewhere, or some hidden sources of income that she didn't know about. So she subpoenaed all of my clients.
I want all of it.
The lawyers wanted to depose my clients. This caused me to lose most of my business. No client wants to be involved in a divorce legal proceeding or get deposed. So my clients ran for the tall grass fast. And by the way, she's doing this again. In the wake of this Manny video flap, she's been phoning my clients again in hopes of torpedoing my current business. Just like she was able to
He's talking about a long time ago, but also now. Now that these videos come out, the mother's trying to call his clients again. Years later, she's doing the same shit.
In 2004 and 2005. So Betsy moved instantly from Virginia to Illinois during the separation, before the divorce was even completed.
Got the kids in dip.
And I would make the trip to Illinois about once a month or every 6 weeks to see the kids. And the plan was to do this until I was in a financial position to be able to move to Illinois.
Makes sense.
And of course I was broke at that point. I had just let Betsy have all of the marital assets. Well, 97%. Now remember that $1.8 million that she was due at the conclusion of the marriage in 2005? Well, I was $100,000 short.
This is nasty.
I'd agreed to give her an additional $100,000 on top of all of our marital assets. Well, I wasn't able to pay it because remember she had destroyed my business with all of her subpoenas. So she and her attorneys filed what is called a show cause petition with the court. A show cause petition. What is a show cause petition? Well, this means I must prove that I am not in contempt of court. And if I am in contempt of court, meaning if I don't pay up, pay the $100,000, I could go to jail for contempt of court.
Now, what do y'all think? Who do y'all think his judge is gonna be? Who do y'all think the most irony that you could get? Who do you think his judge is gonna be? Not that it's a famous person, but just what type of person you think is gonna be?
So I walked into court for this show cause hearing. I had no legal representation at that point because I was out of money and couldn't pay lawyers anymore because Betsy had torpedoed my business with her subpoenas to all of my clients. Ding, ding. This judge was a woman by the name of Judge Leslie Alden.
Oh, look at that.
I knew the instant that she looked at me that I was dead in the water.
Oh, yeah. Look at this woman. She looked like she ready to take on a T-1000 right now. Right now, go at it with a T-1000. With that cut? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. She has given birth to the savior of this planet, John Connor. Look at that cut. Look at that. I mean, she looked like she goes to rodeos and performs.
She had my tax returns and bank statements. It looked to her like I was making quite a bit of money. But that was before my clients went away due to all of Betsy's subpoenas that were arriving at their offices from Betsy's legal team. Judge Alden bellowed at me. "When will you pay Mrs. Hart the $100,000 you owe her, Mr. Hart?" she said from the bench. She sounded exactly like Judge Judy on TV. I answered,
Judge Judy got a body.
As soon as I can, Your Honor. I need to build my business back up. Judge Alden asked me again, "When will you pay Mrs. Hart the $100,000 you owe her, Mr. Hart?" I answered, "Well, as soon as I can, Your Honor. I need to build my business back up." She asked me one more time, "Mr. Hart, when will you pay Mrs. Hart the $100,000 you owe her?" I answered, "I don't know what else to say except I'll pay her the money as soon as I can." Her next words were, "Bailiff, remand Mr. Hart to the custody of the sheriff." Now, I didn't care much about money when I let Betsy have all her stuff, but I sure could have used $100,000 right then. Lesson. It's easy to sing Kumbaya, give peace a chance, and to say you don't care about money until you actually need money to stay out of jail.
Great life advice there, fellas. Ladies and fellas. That is hilarious. It's okay to say you don't need money until you need money to stay out of jail. This is crazy. This man gave up everything to this woman and his family. Everything. And she trying to put him in jail. Well, let's see. Let's see where it goes.
You know, I was sitting in a large holding cell in the Fairfax County, Virginia jail, with a large crowd of inmates waiting to be processed, to include MS-13 gang members and members of the notorious R Street gang in Washington, D.C. I was still dressed in my business suit when I entered the holding cell. This large holding cell contained about 40 other inmates. The jail door clanked behind me. An enormous 300-pound black guy called Big Daddy said to me, "Hey, what are you in here for with that nice suit, red tie, and shiny shoes? Some kind of computer fraud, bank fraud or something?" I said, "Nah, I came up short on money I owe to my ex-wife." And I launched off into my story about what had just happened in court. Big Daddy, the 300-pound guy, called the other inmates over to hear the story. Big Daddy was clearly the dominant figure in the group. His voice was loud and booming.
Cam.
Plus, he was huge. So they all gathered round.
That's the last thing you want to hear, that you in a cell with a nigga named Big Daddy. Like, oh, god damn, not Big Daddy? I gotta be in a cell with a man named Big Daddy? Oh, man.
Menace to society. "Hey guys, come over here and listen to this," Big Daddy said. "This story is great." I was sitting on a cement bench next to Big Daddy. We were all there for a few hours because life in jail is not a fast-moving process. And they seemed to like me. They were all laughing, including the guy with the Nazi swastika tattoo on his face. They couldn't believe I agreed to pay my ex $1.8 million, plus $12,000 per month, and that I was still $100,000 short.
Even the other inmates like, "Bruh, what are you doing?" You know you fucked up when people in the jail are giving you advice. Now, bruh, what are you doing? We got to rethink this whole thing. Have you been doing your chakras? Like, we need to really rethink this whole thing. Hey, Killer Kill, tell them about how you meditate every day.
Well, actually, I was more than $100,000 short. Judge Leslie Alden had also awarded Betsy attorney's fees plus interest. So the bill I owed her at this point was $148,000.
Jesus.
The guy who looked like he was out of Menace to Society, he says, "What the F did you give her all that money for and leave yourself with nothing?" Then Big Daddy said, "Here's what you need to do. As soon as you get access to a phone, you need to call your ex. And in your sweetest possible voice."
Hey, nobody, he got proof. He got proof. He got proof of the lockup. He got proof of the sentencing. He got proof of all of it.
You need to say, "Dear, sweetie, honey, I can't pay you any money sitting in here. So let's make a deal. Then after a few hours in there, one of the guards calls out my name, and I exit the holding cell area with the guards. A guard put me in handcuffs and led me to the processing area.
Kim, you gotta remember, he's a copywriter. That's what he does. So of course he's gonna write out his whole story, you know, as he sees. But it don't mean it's a lie. He's reading it. He's an ad man. That's what they do.
I was seated and handcuffed to a metal chair next to an officer who was inputting data into a computer. He pulled up my record. He looked at me and said, "Wow, what did you say to this judge to get 1 year in jail?" Wait,
that's
what?
crazy.
I asked. I'm here for a year? What? Judge Alden had never said anything about this. All she had said was, "Bailiff, remand Mr. Hart to the custody of the sheriff." And that was all she said. She never said anything about 1 year in jail. The officer read from the screen. "Well, that's what it says here. You're getting 1 year in jail for contempt of court. It says you owe $148,000 to your ex-wife. How did you get $148,000 behind on your child support?" asked the officer. And I said, "Well, it's not really support. I paid my ex almost $1.7 million in assets that we had, which was pretty much all our assets, but I still owe her $148,000 to bring the total to $1.8 million in cash up front at the get-go. I also agreed to pay her $12,000 per month in support. So all in all, I'm $148,000 short in terms of immediate cash due." The officer looks at me. "Why the hell did you agree to all that?" he said. "Who is the judge in this case?" asked the officer. I answered, "Judge Leslie Alden."
Oh my God.
"Oh, that explains it."
I mean, she looks like a Spider-Man villain right there. Old Judge Leslie Defoe ass face. Oh my God. You know, she had to have murdered several men throughout her history. Herself. My God. Look at this villainous face. All right, let's get
says the cop. "Yep, that judge, she really hates men." After the officer finished inputting my info and giving me an inmate, "That explains it," says the cop. "Who is the judge in this case?" asked the officer.
I take it back.
I answered, "Judge Leslie Alden." "Oh, that explains it," says the cop. "Yep, that judge, she really hates men." After the officer finished inputting my info and giving me an inmate number, I was taken in cuffs to an area and given an orange jumpsuit. I changed into that. The cops then took my business clothing, my watch, my phone, my wallet, and everything I had and put it all in a plastic bag for safekeeping.
This is crazy, man. You get locked up like an animal after giving your family $1.8 million. He doesn't have the other 1%, Your Honor. Send him to jail.
Whenever I got out, I was then changed to 12 other inmates, and we were led to our cell block. My cellmate was a Cherokee Indian who said he had been convicted of 47 felonies, most recently attempted murder, but we got along fine. So it really looked like Judge Leslie Alden wanted to send me a message. This was no white-collar work release type program for nonviolent offenders. She put me in the worst hole in Fairfax County, apparently for a year. And it was actually underground. There were no windows. There are about 1,800 inmates in the Fairfax County Jail. Evidently, the reason Judge Leslie Alden sentenced me only to 1 year there is that's the maximum amount of time that you can spend in county jail. Any longer, and they have to move you to a state prison facility. So I was there for the max. And the way our cell block was set up is there was a common area that's linked to 6 cells where we slept. We were locked out of our sleeping cells all day, so we were all in the common area. So the 12 inmates in our cell block were all in the same small, all-cement common area all day. And we spent all day just shooting the bull. That's all there is to do in jail. There was one toilet and a shower out in the open in plain view of everyone, and you get used to it after a while. And I got along fine with everyone, even though most were there on serious violent felonies. And we spent a lot of time talking about how to get me out of there. In fact, that was the main topic of conversation. We concluded that what I needed to do was write a letter to the judge and offer a payment plan. We talked about how much I would offer. I thought maybe $2,000 a month. They all thought that was way too much. Problem is, if you can't come up with that money every month, you'll be right back here, said the MS-13 guy who was covered in tattoos, including tattoos on his face. Offer her $300 a month, said the white guy with a Nazi swastika tattoo on his neck who looked like Charles Manson. I settled on offering
Who's saying I took a shit? I ain't take no shit. I would let y'all know if I took a shit.
$1,000 per month to Judge Leslie Alden and then see what happens. Everyone in my cell block thought that was way too much. But I had to get out of it.
This is so funny to me that the prisoners are having a communal meeting with this man trying to figure out how you gonna get out of here. That is so funny to me. All these tatted up niggas and all these around this man. We really got to figure something out for this brother. Yeah. Can you tell your wife maybe you hid your assets and maybe some LLC or something, put something aside? That is just funny.
There. I also figured that Judge Alden isn't stupid. She must know I can't pay my ex anything sitting in here. And my ex is supposed to be getting $12,000 a month. But I could not pay that sitting in there. So it was in everyone's interest to get me out of there pronto, so I could start making money again. The problem is I could not get a pen. We were not allowed to have anything that could be used as a weapon. After 3 days in there, I got a visit from the head of the prison, the warden himself. He came all the way down to the deepest, darkest hole in the prison to find out what I had done to end up here. Out of the 1,800 inmates...
I just imagine somebody coming down. I'm looking for Andy Dufresne. That's an old school reference, if y'all know. If you know, you know.
He wanted to talk to me, Ben Hart. I guess my file had landed on his desk, and I guess I was the talk of the prison, and he wanted to hear the story. So how did you get $148,000 behind on your child support, he asked. And why did the judge put you in here? The warden was looking at me through these bars in this small window in the steel door of our cell block. I explained that I had not gotten $148,000 behind on my child support. And then I went through all the basic details of how I paid her close to $1.7
Everybody
million,
trying to hear this story.
$12,000 a month of support, and all payments were made. But I had fallen $100,000 short on the $1.8 million I had agreed to. Then the judge tacked on another $48,000 for Betsy's attorney's fees and for interest. So I just wasn't able to come up with that final $100,000 plus $48,000. Who was the judge, the warden asked. Judge Leslie Alden, I answered. That
putting up this
said
picture.
The warden. She's a real man-hater. Looks like you really pissed her off.
Fucking Sarah Connor.
He looked at his file.
He pissed off Sarah Connor.
Then he said, even though you've been sentenced here, I'm moving you to work release. Trouble is, we don't have any jobs for you that will help you pay off this $148,000 debt. The jobs we have pay $7 an hour. People who are here because they are behind on their child support pay their child support that way. But this is not going to help you get out of your situation. But let me see what I can do about this. I can't have you...
Even the warden is trying to help this man. Everybody is trying to help this man.
Down here.
Man, we gotta get you out of here, sir. This is not a place for you to be indulging in. Mr. Dufresne, pull him up.
About a day later, guards arrive, and they take me to the work release facility. This was low security, so I was able to get a pen and a piece of paper and write a letter to Judge Leslie Alden with my proposal to pay my ex $1,000 per month toward the $148,000 that I owed her, plus keep up with my other obligations under the divorce decree. I didn't hear anything back. I thought, welp, I guess I'm here for a year. I started to accommodate myself to this reality. It's amazing how humans can get used to almost any reality over time. Whatever your situation is becomes the new normal, the new baseline for existence. And I met some very interesting people in there, including a high-powered attorney who was in there on some kind of fraud. I became friends with a tall black kid named Alan. He was about 6'6" and was a martial arts expert. When he wanted to watch a particular TV show, he would stand in front of the TV in a martial arts pose so that no one would dare try to change the channel. And he and I would have contests to find out who is the, quote, better man. We would have push-up contests, chin-up contests, play ping pong, Monopoly, and chess. Pretty much any game we could think of. And he was a good kid, but he was very rambunctious. He was maybe age 18 or 19.
No, we don't need to hear about
And I'm
that.
not sure what he was in there. Buddy, come on, stop doing that. See all these cameras around here? They're going to think you're violent. They're going to take you out of here and put you down in the hole. But Alan was a good kid. Just had a lot of energy. And about half the guys, I would say at least half the guys in the work release program in the jail were there because they could not make child support or alimony payments.
That's wild.
America's jails are filled with
At
these
least
guys,
half the guys
so-called
there?
deadbeat dads. And I did not realize until then that yes, we do indeed still have debtors' prisons in America. About 5 days had passed since I had sent my letter to Judge Leslie Alden, offering to pay Betsy $1,000 per month toward the $148,000 I owed her. Again, this would be an additional $1,000 per month on top of the $12,000 per month I was already obligated to pay under the divorce decree.
$13,000 a
I
month.
hadn't heard anything from Judge Alden. Didn't know if the judge even received my letter. I assumed not. But then one day around 5 p.m., I was on my bunk bed reading, and I heard a guard yell, "Hart! Benjamin Hart! Benjamin Hart! Is Benjamin Hart in here?" "Yeah, that's me," I said. "Come get your shit and get out of here," the guard said. So I went to the booth where they had my stuff. It was all in a plastic bag. My business suit was wrinkled and a mess, but everything was in there. My wallet, my watch, my phone. I called my girlfriend, Wanda, who would become my wife a couple months later. I figured any girlfriend who would put up with this is definitely wife material. I was broken in jail, but she had not run for the tall grass to disappear. I told her I was being released and asked her if she could pick me up. I had been there for 8 days and 8 nights, and I got out of my orange jumpsuit and back.
Can you imagine by that point, he's, please tell me you're a good woman, please. I need help. Oh, I can't do it. This witch has taken everything from me. Please, oh, you're a good woman.
Back into my wrinkled business suit. And the warden was there to meet me on my way out. He had a bemused look on his face. "You'd better write fast and write every day to keep up with your payments," he said. "I don't want to see you back here." "Thank you," I said. "Thank you for getting me out of the hole and up here. I'm not planning on coming back." The problem was, I still had to pay my ex $12,000 per month, plus now $1,000 per month, for a total of $13,000 per month. This was no joke, especially since I had no business anymore. All my clients were gone. I left jail with $5 in the bank, no clients, and no business. Wanda was my girlfriend. I had met her at a karaoke bar. She's an immigrant from Laos. I call her my best
Oh, there you
girl.
go. She Asian.
After jail, Wanda and I existed by maxing out my credit cards and Wanda's credit cards to the tune of $65,000.
Oh my God.
While I rebuilt. I needed to figure out a business that did not involve having clients, that Betsy could subpoena and depose. So I developed an online marketing education business. I charged people $38 per month for my online marketing seminars. And I got the business up to about 1,000 students pretty quickly. By April of 2007, I thought I was financially strong enough to move to Illinois. Oh, and that $1,000 per month.
This man's even trying to chase this chick around the goddamn country because she's moving everywhere. He's trying to get to see his kids.
Extra, additional, that I was supposed to pay toward my $148,000 debt? Well, that was temporary. To stay out of jail, I had to promise to Judge Alden that I would pay it all off in 24 months, or it would be back in the slammer for me. And by the way, when I say I paid Betsy $12,000 per month, that's kind of shorthand. Here's where that number comes from, because Betsy is challenging this number.
Oh, she's
well, here's what it
challenging it
was.
now.
$4,000 per month for alimony, $4,600 per month for child support until age 22 for each child, $800 per month for the college fund, $1,000 per month for life insurance,
Oh, my God.
$400 per month toward Betsy's health insurance, $1,000 per month for health insurance for the kids, and there were about $1,000 in monthly costs for out-of-pocket medical expenses.
Oh my God, that amount of debt is just crazy. Oh my God. My children better love me for the rest of my life, you fucking bastards. Are you kidding me? Oh my God. I'm paying y'all. Oh.
Medical costs, by the way, included not just the usual things that we consider to be medical costs, things like broken leg or need some stitches, have a fever, things like that. These out-of-pocket medical costs also included counseling and therapy sessions for the kids.
See, now she bullshit.
Contact lenses,
now she bullshit.
braces, and so forth. And these were not covered by insurance. Betsy also seemed to like to rack up extra unnecessary medical costs just to stick it to me. Constantly taking the kids to doctors who were out of network, so weren't covered by insurance. And we actually had a
Betsy didn't take them. They're not in network. Get the insurance. That's the type of stuff that got you stuttering, yelling, crying, all types of shit.
Lawsuit over this in 2016. So there was that aspect. So it was really more than $12,000 per month for support. So Wanda and I were able to move out there in April of 2007. We moved into the Homestead Inn in Lombard, Illinois, while we looked for a place to live in LaGrange near the kids. Betsy is warning me in emails and frantic text messages not to move there.
Wow.
She says I'll regret it if I do. Then one...
I'll regret it if I do. Woo, Betsy crazy, boy. Betsy is insane. If the judge is Sarah Connor, Betsy is the T-1000. My God.
Saturday, I think it was the second Saturday we were there, I swing by the house to pick up the kids. We go to breakfast and putt-putt golf. After breakfast, Tori did not want to go to putt-putt golf. She wanted to be dropped off at home. So I dropped her off at home. It was then me, Pete, Maddie, and Olivia at putt-putt golf. And I bring them home to Betsy's house. When I arrive, Betsy is standing there. I get out of the car. Betsy walks over to talk to me. She shows me her iPod. iPods were a big thing in 2007. She informs me that she's been recording all of our conversations, including when I guess I called her a bunch of names. And we'd been having a lot of nasty conversations. I didn't really know what might be on that iPod. And as she was holding the iPod into my face...
I just can't imagine him cursing. I mean, I'm sure he'd be yelling and shit too, but just imagine him cursing. Betsy, you're acting like a bitch. Gotta be honest. So later on that evening, he probably goes into story detail, but later on that evening, I realized that Betsy was the bitch. And it took me a while to confirm that. Unbeknownst to me.
To record what was happening, I quit and we'd been having a lot of nasty conversations. I didn't really know what might be on that iPod. And as she was holding the iPod into my face, I guess to record what was happening, I quickly snatched the iPod out of her hand and headed for the car. Betsy then jumped on my back as I was trying to get into the car, and I managed to shake her off. But she dives into the car after me and is sprawled across my lap trying to get the iPod. I toss her out of the car as I'm taking off. And this is important because Maddie believes, and I'll quote Maddie's text message just the other day on this, Maddie says about her video that, quote, I could have made you look so much worse. I didn't post anything about when you forced mom into the car and drove away with her.
You see what I'm saying? Switching up these stories. Switching up these stories. Bad mama.
End quote. I didn't force Betsy into the car. She jumped on my back to try to get the iPod and followed me into the car. Why would I try to force Betsy into the car? I'm trying to get away from Betsy with the iPod. But this is the story that the kids have been told by Betsy. And they probably saw some commotion, some sort of struggle, which was Betsy on my back trying to get the iPod and following me into the car. And on the way back to the homestead, I throw the iPod out the window. And I'm told by my lawyer later that that was a big mistake because surreptitious recording of conversations is a crime in Illinois.
In most states,
Meanwhile, Betsy went to the police in Western Springs and filed a domestic violence charge against me. She also filed a charge for theft of the iPod. Wanda and I went to a restaurant called Miller's Pub, which is right next to the homestead where we were staying, and we saw the police show up. We watch. After the police leave, we go to our room quickly to get all our stuff. The front desk tells me the police are looking for me. So we decide to drive to Maryland where Wanda's family lives and regroup. We stayed there until December. We were basically
hometown. I had to go back to Maryland.
I needed time to build up my internet business so I could return to Illinois and hire lawyers. And I stopped paying Betsy any support for a while I built up my finances. By December, I felt I had the finances to be able to pay off Betsy, all the back support, plus hire a lawyer. The problem, of course, was that I knew that if I showed up in Illinois, I would be arrested. There was a warrant out for my arrest. So Wanda and I snuck back into Illinois. I hired
See, this is like the Jonathan Majors thing. You know this woman's causing all types of problems, and people want to say, well, he grabbed her iPhone or he grabbed her iPod. The fuck? Do you not see this man went through damn near months in jail because of this after giving her 1.8? You think I give a damn about if he took her iPhone because she was illegally recording messages? Well, yeah, he was probably cursing and yelling and all that stuff, but who doesn't when they mad? What are y'all talking about? Of course he was probably pissed at her. So I don't see nothing wrong so far that he's done. I mean, obviously, I'm not saying he's a perfect man, but in this particular situation, miss me with that shit.
Then I turned myself in, spent the night in jail, got out on bond by putting up $300, and began a series of 6-month legal proceedings. The judge and the prosecutors in this case said my snatching of the iPod out of Betsy's hand was technically assault and theft. So in exchange for no trial and no conviction on the matter, I agreed with the court to attend some conflict de-escalation classes and agreed to pay Betsy $120
Just make your life
for the
just
iPod.
so fucking annoying.
The conflict de-escalation classes were actually very good. They were taught by a retired hostage negotiator. Everyone should take this class. There would be far fewer deaths from road rage incidents and whatnot. The issues people fight over are really just so stupid 99% of the time. We're all going to be dead soon. Is the issue that you're fighting over really that important? Wouldn't it be better just to enjoy life and to be thankful for every day that you have on this beautiful ball we call Earth? Meanwhile, Betsy had obtained a protective order and had filed a motion to prevent visitation. Here is Betsy's motion to prevent visitation. It's actually titled Motion to Strike Petitioner's Petition for Visitation and Motion for Sanctions. This all cost me another $30,000 or so to overcome. Betsy's goal here was for me not to be able to see the kids at all, ever. And the kids, of course, had no understanding that all this was going on. To them, it looked like I had abandoned them. And to them, it looked like some scuffle had occurred between me and Betsy on the street outside her house.
Because, of course, the kids going to see something happen. They see some kind of commotion outside, and then the mom runs back in. Your father tried to kidnap me. He's an evil, evil man. That's why he's bald.
And Betsy, I guess, told them I was trying to drag Betsy into the car. I guess for the purpose of kidnapping her? What sense does that make? The kids, of course, had little or no clue about all these legal battles going on. How I was both fighting financially and in the courts for more than 2 years to reestablish my right as a dad to have a relationship with my kids. I had no idea that Betsy would take every legal step imaginable to prevent me from moving to Illinois. And I ultimately overcame all of this. But it is easy to see why the girls think their dad abandoned the family. They had no idea all this was going on. And who knows what Betsy was telling them at home. Right. The family law court in Chicago rejected Betsy's motion to prevent visitation. Also threw out her protective order. In December of 2007, Wanda and I moved into a rental property in LaGrange, a bit more than a mile down the street. I then saw the kids at least once a week, often more. I saw my son Peter throughout the week. I generally saw the girls once a week. And of course I was available anytime they wanted to hang out. And as I said, in 2011, Wanda and I bought a house in Willowbrook, Illinois, which is an 8-minute drive from the kids. It's a nice house, has a swimming pool, with a water slide. But hostilities from Betsy were still high. And then she got remarried in 2012, and she moved 1 hour north. And the kids were older by this point. Pete was in college, attending Columbia College in downtown Chicago. Tori was a senior in high school, I think. Maddie was also in high school. Olivia was in middle school at that point. And at least once a week, I would make the trip 1 hour north to see the kids. Well, whoever wanted to hang out. I would often swing by Columbia College in downtown Chicago to pick up Peter. We would then head up the North Shore to pick up the girls, or whichever girls wanted to hang out. The girls were teenagers by this point. They often didn't want to hang out with their dad. They preferred to hang out with their friends. But sometimes they did go to breakfast, lunch, dinner, and or to a movie that we were going to. Everyone was pretty much free to do what they wanted to do. Hang out with me and Pete, or not. At any rate, as the years passed, I thought all the nastiness had pretty much dissipated. As I said, Betsy got remarried in 2012, married a cancer research doctor who founded and runs a cancer research institute that's affiliated with Northwestern University. They live in a $2.2 million house. She really has nothing to still be angry about.
That's his version of, leave me alone. You have a new man. Leave me alone. She's been married for, a couple years now to a very successful doctor, I must say. And, she really has no reason to bitch.
For years now, I thought we had pretty much gotten past all of this nastiness and bad feeling. Yes, 2005 through 2007 was rough, and really through 2008. But all that just seems so long ago to me now. And as I said, just last year, Betsy invited me into her house for a glass of wine while I waited for one of the girls to arrive. Betsy said there's no need for you to sit in the driveway, just come on in. And we had a pleasant conversation. Last year, Betsy and I were in Boulder, Colorado for my youngest daughter Olivia's graduation from the University of Colorado.
Remember, the daughter said, my father abandoned me to go break dance. That was her words. Abandoned our family to break and wouldn't pay medical bills. She forgot to mention my dad gave us $1.8 million off top. My mom also sent my dad to jail and ruined his business. And oh yeah, he was there for pretty much every major event. All graduations, took us on vacations. He was pretty much there. But he abandoned us. That's crazy.
And we had a very good time. Hung out with Olivia. Joked about this and that. Joked about a woman who wanted us to pay $750 each to attend her daughter's graduation party. And I guess Betsy paid the woman $300 for the party. And I'm like, are you kidding? I paid $0. I just showed up. Who charges people to attend their daughter's graduation party? So Betsy and I were joking about that while sipping wine at this party. But honestly, everything seemed fine between us until Maddie launched her video barrage against me a few weeks ago, which was really just out of the blue, out of nowhere. So I had to answer that. Just this past Christmas, we were all having a great time, laughing and joking at dinner.
This is at Christmas.
But now the girls apparently have rallied around
This
Maddie.
is her and him right there.
I don't see why anybody needs to take sides.
She just said after Christmas, oh, I'm going off the deep end, y'all. I want to be the Kanye of our family. I want to be Kanye of our family. Sidebar real quick. I've seen clips of how, what's her name? Northwest, the daughter, how she treats Kim. It is the funniest shit in the world. She truly is Kanye's daughter. The way she acts, the way she talks, she is brutally honest. She'll tell Kim straight up, you don't look good in that. You look like kind of ugly. It's the funny shit. Go watch clips of that. I don't know where. I've seen it on YouTube, I think.
Peter's staying out of it. He says he's not following it. Doesn't even really know what's going on. Of course he knows what's going on, but he just wants to stay out of it. So that's basically where things are at the moment. I'm not sure why all this bad feeling is suddenly coming out now. There's really no need for all this negative energy. There never was a need for it. My hope is for everything to go back to the way it was this past Christmas, with everyone happy and getting along. And the way it has been for, well, since 2008 or so.
Since 2008, everything was all good. Look at my man. Does this look like a guy? I'm sorry. She's trying to put her man in jail, her breakdancing man in jail. He probably learned this while he was in jail, how to break dance. So something good came away from it at the end of the day. Something good. He learned how to break dance in jail. So at least, there's that. Ladies and gentlemen, kind of late. I know that was a long story. Thank you for watching it. I hope you found that a little entertaining. But just goes to show you, man, that it's pretty scary, man. It's pretty scary. God bless the ones out there that are in marriages and y'all find a way to make it work. I found a YouTube couple, a black couple that bought 12 acres full of land somewhere, I think in North Carolina, Charlotte area, I think. Amazing. I love watching it. Love seeing it. They just said they learning to build and create their own business on their own. They ain't know shit. And I like it. So hopefully, man, I hope to never come across a judge like Judge Sarah Connor. My God. And just imagine if it was her, how many men has she put that through? How many men has she put in jail just off of quickness? For nothing. Somebody said on the comments, the ex is a piece of shit. The daughter is following in her footsteps. The corrupt judge needs to be held accountable. For real talk. She has never struggled even remotely, and now she wants to fit in with people with real problems and struggles so she can make shit up. You're a great dad and an inspiration. This man's daughters absolutely refuse to take accountability. Yeah, they going in on him. They going in on the daughter for sure. It's getting kind of late, people. I don't think we're gonna do whatchamacallit tonight. I don't think we're gonna do DMs tonight. I do see a good amount though. We need to hit those. I might come back tomorrow, y'all. I might come back tomorrow, or we'll get to it for sure. We'll get to it, but much love, ladies and gentlemen. I think that's it for Mayhem Hour tonight. We laughed, we shamed, we did everything we needed to do. Mondays or Tuesdays, we got Comedy Trap House podcast. Catch me Fridays here, Mayhem Hour. Stay tuned. We're going to have a Comedy Trap House news back up too soon. And yeah, we keep the ball rolling, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoy your weekend. Have a great one. Have some peace, have some love, have a good bowl of ice cream, have a nice walk in the park. Go watch a good movie. And yeah, y'all. I'll holler at y'all on the flip. You already know what it is. Peace.
Mayhem Radio. Like and subscribe.
Arse has been known to help those with memory loss, and it's hopeful that one day it will lead to a cure for forms of dementia.
Hold on, I got you.
Mayhem Radio.
Watch your leg. Watch your leg, Pop. Watch your leg. Hey, Pop, you remember Miss Stephanie? Who? The neighbor when I was growing up. Used to bring us Christmas cookies every year. Cheated on Mom with her. She had a fat ass.
Oh, Lord, why'd you just say that the first time? Oh, you talking about Miss Stephanie. Oh, yeah, no, I remember her. I remember her quite well, actually. I think her favorite color was royal blue. Yeah, she had a cousin that lived in New Jersey on the east side. Also, her phone number was 818-555-1130.
Mayhem Radio.
It never rains when I go to the strip club. I see you when I get there. I'm going to the strip club tonight. I can't wait till I get there. Just a kiss and squeeze and a hug. You know I won't leave a tip and they hate that. It never rains when I go to the strip club. And they tell me it never rains when I go to the strip club. I think I found some change in my jeans, and you can have it all my way. I'm making minimum wage, but I love to sit at the stage if they let me. It never rains when I go to the strip club. They tell me it never rains when I go to the strip club.
Mayhem Radio. Check out this clip.
I've done some bad things I'm not proud of, but now I need help.
I need protection.
Are you ready for a life of seclusion? Overprotection? No more selfies? If you are, I can provide you with a boyfriend. It's my job, and I do it well.
The boyfriend witness protection agency? Are you kidding me?
No.
I need guns, hideouts, a change of identity, not a goddamn significant other. You know what? I'll fucking take my chances.
You need to respect my business card, first off. Second, sit your racially ambiguous ass down. This day forth, it's no longer you and me, it's we. We going to the park. We going to get something to eat. We like our S's with 2 lines through them shits.
Mayhem Radio.
Yeah. Yeah. Shout out to all my Space City boys. We taking over
Mayhem Radio.
Goddamn, goddamn. Pull up in a Lambo like Lando. Riding Dolo, Han Solo.
Lightsaber boy, for a hater boy. If you come true, I can see you later, boy.
I'm a Space City boy, city boy. I'm a Space City boy, city boy.
I'm a Space City boy, city boy. I'm a Space City boy, city boy. Pull up in that Falcon Space red eye. Give it this Billy D Return of the Jedi. Yeah. I'm a Skywalker and they like that. Lay it, throw it at me, then the Empire Strike Back. Pipe that. Pull up a $50 like Chain Rico, R2D2, check my chips. Kyber crystals look official, I'm a gift. Look at my stones, attack of the clones, can't copy it.